Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope all of you will be doing well. Today we will discuss human resource management, and I would like to introduce you to the subject, that why it is important that being students of bachelors of science in computers, you will be studying a course of human resource management, which is basically a management or HR course. As you all know, that any business has two components. One is the material and the other is the human side, and the third thing is material. In other words, 3M: man, machine and material. But it is the human beings which are the most important components. If you give art of the state of the art equipment to a person who is not suitable to do a job, he will be unable to run that machine. So how you will select the HR, how you will develop yourself to the standards of different organizations or current world trends, and when you become manager or owner of a business, how you will hire people and how you will train them, how will you remunerate them, how will keep them disciplined. All these things you will run through this course. Coming to the objectives of this chapter, I would like to tell you that this chapter will explain what human resource management HR is and how it relates to the management process, how HR is related to the management process. Give at least 8 examples of how managers can use HR. That will be your test, a short quiz when we discuss the above two things. Concepts and techniques illustrate the HR management responsibilities of line and staff HR manager. Who is line manager and who is staff HR manager? What is the difference and what is their jobs? Coming to the next slide, boys. The manager's human resource management jobs. What are the jobs of a human resource manager? First, we will go through the basic process of what is management. Is a scientific process because it has certain steps, SOPs. You will go through those steps in achieving your objectives. What are these 5 steps? Planning is very important. First, you will plan whatever you want to do. For example, a project, you have to plan it, discuss it with your supervisor, organize how you will organize your project, the timeline, the different resources required for performing staffing. You will do it yourself or you will hire someone to help you in achieving the objectives of the project. Leading, you will lead because you are the project leader, you are the initiator of how you will lead. In controlling, how you will control the different activities so that when a specific event starts, it ends at a certain point in time and achieve through man, machine and material the objectives for which that project has been initiated. This is the management process. Human resource management, when you apply the above 5 tools to HR, then it becomes human resource management. The policies and practices involved in carrying out the people or human resources aspects of management position, including recruiting, screening, training, rewarding and expiring. I have told you that the management is a process, and what is that process? You have to see that what human resources are required for different management positions within the organization, seeing the organogram, the organizational charts, and then you recruit different human resources for middle, top managers, lower managers. Then how you will screen, you will advertise the job, then different applications will come, you will screen, and then whoever come to the minimum requirements, you will only call them in interview and select them. When you select them, you give them basic training so that they can know your organizations in its objectives, in its culture, environment, the do's and do's not, so that to make them comfortable with the organization in its different people culture. Rewarding, how you will reward them. In appraising, you will appraise their performance for a certain period of time. Then you give them salary increase, bonuses, or promotions. Hope you guys understand till this point. Now coming to the next slide, boys. The manager's human resource job management process, we have gone through it, and these things to come to the fourth. Personnel aspects of manager's job. Conducting job analysis. How you will analyze a job within the organization, that what the nature of job is and what will be required from the employee, and for that you will conduct a job analysis. Okay. Got the point? Planning labor needs and recruiting job candidates, planning your HR needs, your men, your human resources needs, and how you will arrange them on time. Selecting job candidates, the process of advertising and then screening and then testing and interviewing and then giving final selected candidates a green signal that they can join the organization on different positions. Orientation and training of new employees. Orientation means that give flavor of the whole organization to the new incumbents, that may be managers or other HR manpower on other positions. They know the organization's its culture, its working style, things like that. For 1-2 months they are oriented, so they know the inputs and the processes and the outputs, and so they understand how the specific business for which they will be doing job it's doing. Managing wages and salaries, providing incentives and benefits, appraising performance, communicating, interviewing, counseling, disciplining, training, developing managers, building employee commitments. These are the different aspects of a human resource, HR manager. Normally these things are looked after by the HR department in all medium to large organizations, and you should understand them so that you are able to make yourself up to the standard that you can become a good candidate for different organizations. And if you start your own business, how you will conduct these different aspects of HR. Basic HR concepts: getting results. All managers' basic job is to achieve goals. The bottom line of managing HR creates value by engaging its activities that produce the employee behavior the company needs to achieve its strategic goals. So this is the job of HR manager, that they should align the culture, the employee potentials, trainings, and select new employees through different tests and interviews, certain criteria, so that they can be a good assets for the organizations. You see the process of different organizations, they have lengthy processes. For example, I will take the example of army. If you want to join army as an officer, so it's from preliminary test to the ISSB, then to training in the PMA. All this goes a lot way, and then you are able to become, after 2 years, an officer. You are actually doing your job as second lieutenant in any of the army units. On the other hand, if you want to be a CSP officer, then again you have to go through a long process of advertising, and then written tests, and then medical tests, and then interviews, psychological tests, all these things, then trainings involved, and all this give you the requisite for different jobs which you have to do as government officer, as DMG officer, as police service, Pakistan, income tax, excise, and different things. Okay, till this point we have discussed in 2 days, and these will be discussed thoroughly in the online lecture when we take it. Thank you, students. I would like that you come with good questions and see through these slides plus the books, and when we discuss these things in detail in the online lectures, you are well equipped. Okay, Khuda Hafiz.